thanks for receiving my call. Yeah, I've had a question for 41 years. It's on John 1:4-6, where Nathanael has just said, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?" And then Jesus follows it. His conversation with Nathanael is, "Oh, a true Israelite who there is no deceit or guile in." And that doesn't make sense to me. I've looked at the description of deceit or guile. It's fraud, trickery, cunning, clever, and sly. And it seems like what Nathanael has said, it is kind of sly or clever that he said about Jesus in Nazareth. Could you answer that for me?
Yeah, it seems that it may very well be Jesus was kind of razzing him a little bit, because he said a true son of Israel. Well, who were the sons of Israel? Look back. Abraham continually lying to whoever he came in contact with about his wife being his sister. Jacob, the heel catcher, ripping off his brother's birthright. You see all the way through this kind of stuff. You see David, King David and Bathsheba. You see all this stuff, a true Israelite. And because Nathanael said, "Can anything good come out of Nazareth?" And so that was his remark. And so then here he comes and he says, here comes Nathanael, a person in a true Israelite in whom there is no guile. Well, the thing is, he just guiled him by saying, "Can any good thing come out of Nazareth?" And a true Israelite, well, they weren't the most honest group around as we studied the scripture. So some people believe that he's actually making a remark, because it may very well be in the presence of the hearing of the others, they may have known the nature of Nathanael. And so Jesus, I think two things. One, maybe truly identifying what he was really like, but then also prophetically speaking what he would be like in the days to come. Your thoughts?
Yeah, it's the word guile there is from the Greek word dalos, and it means treachery. It means deceit. It's certainly not a complimentary word by any stretch. And I think personally, the way I've always read that verse is when Nathanael said, "Can any good thing come out of Nazareth?" He was shooting straight. He wasn't trying to be deceitful with his words or offering out different shades of meaning. He was just saying, gosh, can any good thing really come out of Nazareth? And I think he was just being honest. And Jesus said regarding his character, and it's certainly his character wasn't perfect. Nobody's character is perfect. But I think that Christ was noting that Nathanael was a straight shooter, that he did not have guile. He didn't have treachery or deceit, but he meant what he said and said what he meant. And that's what the Lord was getting at. I think Mike's point is one to also really consider, but that's just another possible take on that. The Lord knows all of us. He knows our character. He knows our weaknesses, our strengths. And I think that Nathanael was just the kind of guy that would tell you what he thought. And that's what Christ meant.
And again, it is a puzzling scripture. It really is. I looked at many different commentaries on this, and they only can surmise what Jesus meant by that. But if we just base it upon, being a true Israelite and looking what they were, and the remark, "Can any good thing come out of Nazareth?" And then Jesus's remark that there's no guile in him. Well, yeah, interesting. Hope that helps.